made it to Phoenix. We're starting off with some primetime Mexican food. We don't really know what to do with ourselves, but we gotta have a good time. We made it to Arizona. Yeah, Phoenix to be exact. It's funny because we were just in Seattle. Now we are in Phoenix, and Seattle plays Arizona on Thursday Night Football. We're at our hotel. We're about to go hike somewhere. First stop is the Hole in the Rock in Phoenix, Arizona. Looking for things to do, and we're stopping at one of the parks that has the zoo in it, and it has cool things like this. And we're gonna figure out how to get up there and look down. All right, let's do it. What a rock formation. All right, on our way up to the Hole in the Rock. Let's go the other way. Let's go this way, love. I hear noises. We made it to the Hole in the Rock. Let's check it out. Gotta walk through here. This little man-made staircase, it seems. Check it out. There's a little bird over there. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're at the Hole in the Hole in the Rock. Located in Papago Park. There's Veronica. Yeah, it's hi. But it's a really cool place to just check out and come hike to if you don't want to spend any money. It's a really short hike in one of their parks, Papago. And this is also where the zoo is for Phoenix and the botanical garden. Our next stop is Camelback Mountain because it has a camelback, and I guess it has another camelback. Yes. So anyways, I don't know if we have enough daylight to hike very far up there, but we will try. But it's beautiful. It's ginormous. And it's in Phoenix. All bets are we're done in 10 minutes. It's pretty steep. What are you looking at? You'll find plenty of them.
I'm like, how do I get to it?
Not from here. And we're hiking. We're 0.36 miles in, apparently. And we still have a mile to go. Don't know how far we're going. But we made it past that 10-minute mark. Well, I know GoPros can't really pick up depth and height based on the New Zealand video, but that's pretty fucking far up there with unsturdy little rock steps like this. So you don't need to hurt yourself. Yeah. Okay, we're at Tostinos or Postinos, something like that. Hello, love. Hello.
Hello, love.
It's a little dark, but this is our hip ass place that we're gonna sit at tonight.
What did you get?
So we're about to go on our hot air balloon ride. This is what it looks like. I'm not very tall, but you can see up there. It seems to be like a inflatable blow-up house to where we're all separated, but it's pretty massive. And it also looks like a basket that can catch fire easily, so pretty nervous about that.
He's the one you want to be nice to. He's going to pick us up when we land, okay? So make friends.
For sure.
We're going to head over. We've got a couple of launch site possibilities tonight. We're going to head to the first one. It's about 5 minutes down the road here. We'll stop once we arrive and do a little test balloon, determine wind direction and speed, figure out where we're going from. Okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Just be a little bit patient with us. It's pretty warm, and the winds are a little chaotic right now, just not as forecasted.
Fantastic.
So get in line with those hills and see if it's a little bit calmer over there. So we're gonna try one more spot.
And if it's just as windy?
Well, then we'll proceed from that.
Okay.
It's just that it's so hot, and the conditions are just, we've got a lot of thermal winds and stuff blowing around right now, and so it's just a little bit of instability.
Can you see?
Barely. It's going that way.
So we're all on this side if we think it's good enough.
Right? I'm like,
Yeah,
we're
sorry,
running good
we'll compare
speed,
notes.
guys. It's not too fast.
Yeah, it seems like it's staying like a balloon would.
Yeah.
Alright, so everyone's putting together the hot air
Hey
balloon.
guys, so
Oh.
the way this works, guys are hooking up the balloon to the basket. We use these large fans to inflate it, so we can use a couple volunteers. If anybody wants to help with that, we'll put you to work. It doesn't pay well, but it's a good photo op.
Let's do it.
And then, so we'll fill the balloon. Once it's filled, like a big beach ball, we'll ignite the burners and we'll stand the basket back into that vertical orientation. It's a more comfortable flight like that than laying on our side, okay? So once we do that, you guys will come on over. You're going to enter the basket in these footsteps right here on the end. No graceful way. Stay with your party. We've got 12 this evening. So we'll have 6 on each side. There's 2 different compartments. Get everybody on board. If you want a photo of you here in the basket, take the camera off to the crew, assuming we're not getting rocked around too much. If I have to say we got to get out of here, then we'll just get out of here and get going there. If there's the opportunity to hand the camera off, we'll go over a few things regarding landing positions and such, and then we're up and out of here, okay?
All right, so Matt volunteered to help with the hot air balloon. There he is.
Ah.
Come on. Whoever's able body, start climbing in. The more weight we get in, the sooner it'll stabilize.
Honestly, I don't know what you're saying.
Climb in. There we go. Take your time and hurry up.
Oh my gosh. Come on, love.
Okay, okay.
It's like the Spartan race. Let's go.
Okay, okay. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Over here, love.
Okay, okay, okay. Ah! Okay. I made it.
Oh boy. Oh gosh. we go.
Trap door. Thanks, Dante.
Yeah, look at high. Look at high. Oh God. Don't drop your phone. If I didn't have dry hair now, I will now.
Now, other than the wind, can you control kind of which way you go?
Only with the wind. So different directions, different speeds at various altitudes.
Let's go Las Vegas.
Yeah, let's go.
Woo!
There.
Here's the other one. The other one came into the picture.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Anything going west?
fuck!
In case of a water
That's what I was looking for earlier.
In case of a water landing, hold your breath and float.
They weren't lying about the temperature difference.
It's hot today.
Yeah. Especially with that. Here we are in the southwest, approximately 1,000 feet over Phoenix. Put those little white dots
We're
in
out on the
there.
north end of town, you guys. Greater Phoenix back to our south. So looking off to the north, looking up into New River and Anthem, Carefree and Cave Creek over to the north.
another one.
To our right.
Oh, it's a black swan right there. Well, as peaceful as this is.
Where's the vehicle at?
Oh, okay. I used to live upstate, Saratoga Springs, Lake George. Yeah, okay.
Take a picture of Mike.
I'm good.
How you liking it?
So cool. Loving it.
Yeah.
Look at that view.
Yeah. Sun's right in our face, but it's beautiful.
We're good. Thank you so much.
No, right off of 51st, man. I'm all the way over here by Ben Avery. Oh, good, huh?
Here's our Victory bottle of water
Thank you.
because we just landed,
The winds are a little
and it was a great time. It was pretty good. Now we're in the desert waiting for the van right before the sun goes down. So hoping to have some great tacos after this. And there's the other balloons in our group. It's very nice. Very nice time. Scratch that off the bucket list. Smacked up. I just found a shotgun shell, pretty sure. So that's definitely somebody hunting wabbits.
Tell you a little history on ballooning, a little champagne.
Mimosas.
We can do mimosas if you want, or if you want orange juice or something. Celebrate a safe landing with a toast of champagne. The reason we do so, ballooning actually started over in France in 1783, and it's the oldest form of flight known to man. And the balloon was first invented by two brothers, the Montgolfier brothers, who were paper makers for King Louis XVI. They came up with the idea of the balloon by observing the smoke and ash rising upwards and onwards from their fires, believing if they could harness the smoke, they could create lift. So they took paper mache and silk, they formed it in the shape of a balloon as we know it today, held it over that smoky fire, and eventually enough heat in the balloon that it lifted and flew away. Nobody had ever flown before, so instead of putting their own lives in danger, they elected to put some animals aboard that first flight. They placed a duck, a sheep, and a rooster aboard.
Bad
The theory
idea.
was if the animals could breathe above the rooftops and the treetops and survive the landing, they would then deem it safe enough for themselves. So the first flight took place in September of 1783 from the Palace of Versailles, just outside of Paris. They filled the balloon with smoke, placed the animals aboard, cut the ropes loose, and off it went, out over the palace walls, out in the surrounding countryside where it was greeted by the farmers. Now back then, word didn't travel as it does today, so those farmers tending to their crops that afternoon, they glance skyward, they see this contraption floating high overhead, never having seen one before. It's belching smoke, it comes crashing into their fields, all while making animal noises. So the farmers rally together, not quite sure what they were witnessing. They rally together, they believe the thing to be a fire-breathing dragon. So what do you do if you encounter a fire-breathing dragon?
Shoot it.
Shoot it, you slay it, kill it, right? So whatever, slayed the dragon, tearing it to pieces, ripped it to shreds, charged off their crops, and freed the animals. Well, shortly thereafter, the brothers arrived. They found their balloon. However, they found their balloon torn to pieces. The animals had scurried off alive and well, and the farmers had fled, fearing for their lives, not sure what they had just massacred.
Oh, God.
So the brothers packed up the balloon, much as the guys are here, returned it to the king, telling the king the flight had gone as planned. However, the balloon itself had been destroyed by the farmers, fearing for their lives. Well, King Louis deemed that first flight a success. He built another balloon, decided on the next flight they'd place two Frenchmen aboard. The man's first flight took place on November the 21st of 1783. Again, from the palace, they filled the balloon with smoke, still believing it was the smoke that made the balloon rise, not the heat that you felt this evening. So they filled it with thick black smoke, placed these two Frenchmen aboard, cut the ropes loose, off they went. Out over the palace walls, once again, out in the surrounding countryside where they were greeted by the farmers. Well, this time upon landing, the farmers didn't find the animals aboard, they found two Frenchmen holding bottles of champagne. The king had actually placed the champagne aboard for a couple of reasons. One was to appease those farmers, who said if you land out in the farmers' fields, present them with a glass of champagne from the king himself. Keep them from destroying his balloon, show them that they're brothers, they're countrymen, they come in peace. The king also believed if they survived the flight, they just might be in need of a drink, and this would be a great way to celebrate a safe return to Earth. So that is why we celebrate with the champagne today, is to appease the farmers and celebrate a safe return to Earth.
Salud.
Cheers!
Cheers.
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 Cheers, love.